You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to another tier list. Today I will be ranking ranking the Watchmen characters. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I've been meaning to do a Watchmen tier list for a while. This one has a decent amount of characters in it, but again, it doesn't have anywhere near as much as I would like to have, but Ozymandias. He's got a fucked up ideal. He's a semi-interesting... Well, he's a good villain. But I like him a lot as a villain. But Alan Moore didn't intend for him to be seen as the villain. We're going to give him a C tier, I think. Because he's interesting enough, but he's definitely far from my favorite character. Laurie? Fucking F tier. Fuck Laurie. Don't like her. This guy, I mean, he's kind of irrelevant, right? This guy who just reads the comic book. So, yeah. Night Owl. So, Night Owl's getting A tier purely because of movie Night Owl. If we are talking strictly comic Night Owl, we're ranking him based in like a B tier. But I'm factoring in movie Night Owl just because I do like him a lot. And I think that they made him drastically better in the movie. Sally Jupiter. We're going to put in B tier. I think that she's much more interesting than Laurie as a character. She doesn't have a lot of screen time, mind you. But I think it's interesting that she forgave the comedian after what happened. I always found that to be a much more interesting character dynamic than Laurie. And she just seemed like a better Silk Spectre, I think. Let's see. Dr. Manhattan. Alright, now, B tier, I guess. He's below Sally Jupiter, though. The thing about Dr. Manhattan, he is a great character in a lot of ways. Mainly his backstory and his powers. However, I think that he is kind of inconsistent as a character because he's supposed to be the cool, logical, rational one. But the only thing that seems to motivate him is love. And I think that's kind of stupid. Now, this is interesting. Is this Walter Kovacs? Is that who this is? Because I think that's really interesting if they included him on his own. Or is this Moloch? No, it's not Moloch. Is this Short Order or whatever the fuck his name is? No, yeah, because this is Moloch. Because why would they? Yeah, that's got to be like Short Order, right? Or tall, whatever his name is, the bad guy who's in the jail. If that's who this is, which we're going to assume, he's interesting. I like him. He's not very prominent, so I think the highest I can give him is C tier. I'll put him below Ozymandias because he's not prominent enough, I think, to warrant being higher than him. Rorschach, S tier. Fucking obviously, Rorschach is S tier. Rorschach is the best character in the movie and in the comic. He's the most based character by far. He's clearly the good guy, even though Alan Moore did not intend him to be. And he's a parody of Steve Ditko's Mr. A and the Question. So of course he's going to be an S tier. Rorschach is fucking great. Love him. My favorite American comic book character of all time. I think his name's Malcolm Nance. He's the therapist from the prison. We're going to give him B tier, below Dr. Manhattan. I think he's more interesting in the comic than he is in the movie, especially since he starts to come around to Rorschach's ideas. I think he, just because of like the interesting interactions he has with Rorschach, is why I rank him in B instead of C. I don't know. Maybe I'm ranking him a little high now that I think about it, but I think that's where we're gonna put him. Moloch. We'll probably put him in C tier. I do think he's an interesting character. I think he's a little bit more prominent than, what is it, Small? What the hell is his name? Is it Short Order? I think his name is Short Order or something like that. The midget guy. He's more prominent than him, although I think I like the midget guy more. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put Moloch just below him. The comic book guy, I don't have anything for or against him. In fact, that's what I'm going to do with this guy, too. D tier for these two characters, because they're just kind of there. The comedian, the only other S tier character I feel in the entire story. Fucking love the comedian. He is an absolute piece of shit, but he's honest about it. He's got a very interesting worldview, and the thing that I love about the comedian is prior to his death, he was beginning to have, like, sort of a redemption arc, right? Because he was trying to warn everyone about what Ozymandias was planning, and he was trying to make things right with his daughter. But he got killed before he could do that. But I just think he's such an interesting character overall, just because he's so cruel and cold-hearted, yet even he thought Ozymandias' plan was too much. And he's also very cynical. And again, I love his idea, like his worldview. It's so interesting to me. Tales from the Black Freighter. Fuck that. That side story's fucking lame. The comic book guy towards the end, again, nothing for or against him. I guess I'll put him slightly above these other two. So that's it for the Watchmen characters. I don't really know what other Watchmen tier list I would do. So that's my list of the characters. I think that's all the prominent ones anyway. There's probably other characters that could have been included in... Yeah, where the fuck is Old Night Owl? I just realized, where the hell is Old Night Owl? Why is he not in this? What the hell's that all about? Okay, yeah, that is... Why the fuck would they not include Hollis Mason? Hollis Mason is a great character who would also be in the A tier. Can I add? Can I add, I cannot. Fuck. Okay, well, Hollis Mason is A tier as well, along with Young Night Owl. So both Night Owls are A tier. So S tier. Rorschach and the Comedian, A tier, both Night Owls. Again, I think it's fucking lame that they don't have Old Night Owl in this list. I could make my own template, but I'll just tell you guys. Sally Jupiter, I think, kind of underrated character, very interesting. You know what, I think I actually will put Dr. Manhattan slightly above her, just because his backstory is really interesting, so he will be above her. But she is above Malcolm Nance, who, again, is interesting enough. Again, maybe I ranked Ozymandias kind of low. But, I think, like I said, Ozymandias is a very interesting villain, but he's not what sells the story to me. Obviously, Rorschach and the Comedian carry a lot of the weight when it comes to the story for me. Night Owl is also really good. But again, these characters, I can take or leave. They're whatever. I mean, this guy's important because of the end. But this fucking Black Freighter guy, fuck him. Don't like him. And Lori, fuck her. Don't like her. But that's going to do it for this tier list of the Watchmen characters. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been Fugitive Red Eye. Have a good one. Toodles.